The princess was noticed by a barbarian seeking a marriage alliance simply because of her exceptional beauty. The emperor couldn't bear to see his daughter sent far away in marriage, so he decided to find a noblewoman to replace the princess in the marriage. When the imperial decree was issued, all unmarried women in the city feared they would be chosen to marry the brutal barbarian. However, in the midst of this fear, the woman remained calm. She had been betrothed to the general's heir since childhood. With her wedding approaching, she was not afraid. What she didn't expect was that the heir, who was supposed to marry her in 3 days, showed up uninvited in a red robe. Upon meeting, he immediately began to interact with a scheming concubine. Then he shamelessly declared he was going to marry the concubine, and asked the woman to become his mistress and serve him together with the other woman. The woman felt disgusted and pushed away her fiancé's hand, angrily stating that she would rather not marry him than put up with this. The heir was surprised by her strong character. He warned her that since they were still betrothed, no one else in the country would dare marry her if she didn't marry him. After telling her to think carefully, he left with the scheming concubine. The heir thought this would make the woman compromise. But the next day, she went to the emperor and offered to replace the princess in marrying the barbarian. The emperor had been troubled by the matter. When he heard that the woman was willing to sacrifice herself, he was overjoyed. He immediately decided to adopt her as his daughter and make her a princess. He awarded her the imperial crown and ceremonial attire. The woman gladly accepted everything. However, she made one request. She said her mother had passed away years ago but was wrongfully accused and expelled from the ancestral hall. Even her dowry had been seized. She hoped the emperor would help clear her mother's name and recover her dowry. The emperor was shocked to hear of such an injustice happening under his watch. He assured her that on her wedding day, he would personally issue an edict to settle the matter. That night, the woman was about to organize her mother's belongings when the heir arrived uninvited and suddenly embraced her from behind. The woman struggled free and questioned how he could enter a woman's private quarters without permission, but the heir, with a face full of affection, said they had grown up together and were childhood sweethearts. In his heart, she was already his wife, so he didn't consider it an intrusion. He handed her a wooden box, claiming it was a red wedding dress he specially prepared for her. Technically, a concubine was not worthy of wearing red, but the scheming concubine, being generous, didn't want to hold a grudge. She said the woman should wear it and marry him in 3 days. Hearing the heir was still pursuing her, the woman felt nothing but mockery. She threw the box away and said she was not marrying him, but the heir refused to believe her. He claimed she had already prepared the wedding dress and still said she wouldn't marry him. He then explained that the dress was too splendid for a concubine. Only the empress or concubines could wear such luxurious clothing. It would be inappropriate for her to wear it. He handed her another wedding dress. To send him away, the woman reluctantly accepted the dress. The heir, pleased, thought she had finally come to her senses. Little did he know, he was about to look like a fool. The wedding day soon arrived. It was also the day the heir married the scheming concubine. The concubine was displeased to see the woman's wedding dress was even more extravagant than hers. With a fake smile, she approached the woman and pretended to congratulate her. Hearing the humiliation in the words, the woman slapped her hard. The concubine, furious, didn't expect the woman to strike her, but the woman slapped her again, then ordered her servants to throw the concubine out of the house. Just then, the father appeared and told them to stop. Seeing his beloved daughter being mistreated, he angrily ordered his men to restrain the woman. He was about to punish her with family law when the sound of the eunuch reading an imperial edict was heard. The father, afraid of disobeying, immediately knelt down to listen. The eunuch read out the edict promoting the girl to princess. This left the father and the concubine stunned. They didn't expect her rank would surpass theirs. Now, their good days were over.